Hey, Kevin Coy here from selfreliantlife.com. I'm just taking a minute here because I want to get to the title of this video is I get paid to live in my house and you can too, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that in a minute, but I do want to do this. I want to say thank you and welcome to the 2,000 plus subscribers that have just recently in the last month or two subscribed to the channel. And for those of you that are watching that aren't subscribers, make sure you take time and subscribe. Hit the little bell, then you'll get notified every time I put a new video up. And hey, give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing here so I can keep getting this out to people. So here's the deal. I don't pay to live in a house. I don't even live in a house for free. I get paid to live in my house, and it's a tiny house, and I'm going to tell you just exactly how you can do it, and going to give you a couple other surprising tips and things you probably didn't know about building a house in this video. So right now what I'm doing is I'm siding my house, and this cedar siding is pretty expensive. It's an upgrade siding. In fact, I'd argue that it's probably the most expensive siding you can probably put on your house, and so it makes the value of your house go up considerably. Now here's part of how I get paid to live in my house. I paid $2,000 or $2,100 to buy this siding for this size of this house. This house is under 600 square feet. It's 24 by 24. And I decided, hey, you know what, this is a small house and it's not going to cost me that much to put this nice cedar siding on here, which is a really popular siding here. We live by the ocean right here by the beach, and it's a really good weatherproof siding. And I called some contractors because I've never put this stuff on before. I don't know anything about it, never messed with it. And I said, hey, how much to install this siding? And they told me $3,000 to put this siding on. So they're going to charge me more to put it on in labor than what I paid for the material. So I decided I'm going to put on my own cedar siding. I've never done it before, didn't know anything about it, and I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of intimidated. The stuff's expensive and I don't want to screw it up. And there's a lot of little pieces here, and you got to make sure you get things nice and straight. Well, my first time doing this, and this is the second wall I'm working on. I'm going to give you a quick look around the corner here on the back wall so you can see what the finished product looks like. Okay, so here's the back side of the house. This is the first wall I just did a couple of days ago, and I would like to think that I did a pretty good job for a first-timer, and not having never done this before, and I think it looks pretty darn smart. I hope you think so too. Let me know, give me a thumbs up if you think so. And I saved myself a lot of money. This wasn't that hard. I'm here to tell you, I got a little concerned about how am I going to start this, how am I going to keep everything nice and straight and level, but I figured it out. And the cool part is I'm filming it all, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And that's one of the secrets I'm giving away on this. Now bear with me here, stick with me, because I'm going to show you some stuff that's going to blow your mind about building your own house and how much you get paid to do it. Okay, so let's get back around to the other side of the house now, and we'll talk about that. Okay, so here's the deal. The reason I get paid to live in my house is because building my house myself, I'm only buying materials. Now I did pay a little bit of labor here and there on some stuff that I didn't want to do or didn't know how to do, but the vast majority of what got done here in the way of building this house I did myself. So the only thing I have in this is the cost of materials in that regard. I have no labor, and I'm paying out no profit to somebody else to do this for me. That is two of the biggest things that cost to build a house: labor and profit. The third one is interest on a mortgage, because that's what you're going to typically wind up doing, is buying a house, getting a bank loan, and paying, you know, for decades to purchase a home, which is, there's a ton of interest involved. The three things that cost in a house are labor, materials, and interest. And in labor we have profit. Okay, so four things if you want to get technical. So to eliminate three of those is going to get you down to just the cost of the materials, which is why I'm getting paid to live in my house. I'm making money by build my own house as an owner builder. You don't have to have a contractor's license to do that. Okay, in some areas you don't even have to get a permit to do that. The last house I built, I had no permit, no inspections, no license, and I was perfectly legal to build my own home and just pay the material cost in it, okay? Now what happens is, when you get done building this house, it's worth probably 3 times the value of what you spent to get it built. So if I spent, say, $30,000 to build this house, that's right in the ballpark of what I'm building here, the finished product's going to be worth around $100,000. So now I got paid to live in my house. I'm earning rather than paying. I'm not paying out interest. I'm not paying payments to buy it. I'm not paying labor and profit to have it built. I'm getting paid to build my house. And so you're probably thinking, well, yeah, but I don't know how to build a house, Kevin. I'm going to tell you how to do that too. So it's not that hard, especially on a smaller home like this. Don't be intimidated. Here's the cool thing. I'm videoing this whole process. From the time I bought this property right on through the last nail I pound in this house, I'm recording this. The plumbing, the electrical, the framing, the insulation, the concrete, the roofing, the siding, you name it. I've got instruction on video, on DVD, on how to do this. And I have a course called the Builders Developers course, and you can get that course from me on a monthly payment. Makes it real easy to get, and you can start learning how to build your own house and not have to pay all these crazy extra prices, and then you get paid to build your house and live in it rather than pay to live in it. You're mortgage free, you're debt free, and you get to live in a nice brand new house. Okay, now here's the cool part, and I saved this for last. Decide you want to sell this house. Here's what the tax laws are in this country. You live in this house for 2 years, you can sell it and exclude the gain. That means you don't pay any taxes to sell your home. That means the money you just got paid to build your home goes in your pocket tax-free. Just like you went out and worked on a job, only you don't have to pay any taxes. There's no taxes coming out of your paycheck. And I got to tell you, this is the coolest thing, because I don't work on this house 40 hours a week. I work on it as my schedule dictates when I want to work on it. I don't work on it 8 hours in a day. I do a lot of things otherwise. I goof off on the beach because it's right on the path, and I'm a beach bum, but most of the time that's what I'm doing. I'm goofing off, but I'm working on the house, because if I don't, my wife gets after me to finish the house. So the thing is you can do this. It's not hard. I grew up in a city. I didn't know how to swing a hammer. I didn't know anything until I was well into my adult years about building. And I learned a lot of this by doing it. But I'm going to make it even easier for you, because you can learn while I do it, because I'm going to video the thing for you. I've got a bunch of people already in the Builders Developers course, and this is an opportunity for you to get in, get out of the mortgage and rent trap, stop paying the #1 largest expense in your life is housing, some kind of shelter. You're paying rent, you're paying a mortgage, you're paying for most, if not all of your life, unless you build your own house. That's what's going to get you out of that really fast and make you a lot of money, and it's easy to do. It's just intimidating when you don't know what the process is, but I'm breaking it all down for you. I'm not just going to tell you about it, I'm going to show you how to do it, what the tools are you need, tips and tricks that I've learned getting through this process. It's going to make it even easier for you to do it than I did it, I got to tell you that. And I didn't build, a low-end house here by any means. The shower's tiled, the floors are custom. Everything in this house is unique and pretty much a one-off design. You get the plans with it. I'm going to basically sell you the plans on how to build this house and give you the course as a part of that. And guess what happens then? You can write that right off of the house sale. So you didn't pay anything for my course. It's part of the cost of building the house, which you can write off. Now you want to keep all your receipts that you build this house with, because that's going to help you write that all off when you go to sell it, and then you get to exclude the gain on it, so you don't pay taxes to build your house and sell it and put money in your pocket. You want to do this every 2 years, you never really have to work again, and you never pay taxes again, you just keep building new houses. You can do that too. So this is really a big deal, what I'm about to show you here. So go on over to aselfreliantlife.com, check out the products page, go down to the Builders Developers course and sign up for that thing, and we're going to start sending it out to you right away, and you can start learning how to build a house and get paid to live in your own home, no payments, no interest, tax-free today. I'll see you in the next video.